Today we'll solve an integral from 0 to infinity of x upon e to the power x minus 1 dx, and it surprisingly comes out to be pi square by 6. But how? Okay, we will discuss it, but first please do subscribe to my channel, and now let's start. So you know a property that integral of 0 to infinity of x to the p minus 1 upon e to the power x minus 1 dx is equal to gamma at p into zeta at p, right? So if you put p is equal to 2, you get the question. I mean x to the power 2 minus 1 upon e to the power x minus 1 dx is equal to integral 0 to infinity of x upon e to the power x minus 1 dx, and it is equal to gamma at 2 into zeta at 2. And what is it? It is equal to 1 factorial into pi square by 6, and it is equal to pi square by 6, right? Okay. So what? So can we prove it? Yeah, we can. How? So let's prove it in a general method, and we will assume this expression e to the power x minus 1 dx, and it will be equal to integral 0 to infinity x to the power p minus 1 into e to the power negative x upon 1 minus e to the power negative x. Do you agree to this expression? If you solve it, I am solving it also. 1 minus e to the power negative x, and it is equal to e to the power negative x. What you can write it as? You can write it as 1 upon e to the power negative x into 1 minus e to the power negative x, right? And if you distribute it, what you get? It will be plus x now, because it was in numerator and now it is in denominator. So it will become e to the power x minus 1. So both are same, right? And what is more interesting is that you can write e to the power negative x upon 1 minus e to the power negative x as the sum of, as sum goes from 1 to infinity of e to the power negative ix. Do you agree to it? Yeah, you should. So you get integral 0 to infinity of x to the power p minus 1 into summation from I is equal to 1 to infinity of e to the power negative x dx, right? Okay, so now you can bring summation sign outside, and you end up getting summation from 1 I to I is equal to 1 to infinity of integral 0 to infinity x to the power p minus 1 into e to the power negative ix dx. Now you can apply directly Laplace transformation, or since you know I is a constant in this integral, you can do a u substitution also. So if you apply Laplace transformation directly, you will end up getting this expression I is equal to 1 to infinity of gamma at p upon I, right? I to the power p, right? You will get this. And if you won't apply this, then you can apply directly formula. I mean a substitution. You can substitute ix is equal to t, and what you get? You get x is equal to t upon I, and dt is equal to I dx, right? Okay. So you end up getting expression 1 to infinity of integral 0 to infinity. Observe that as x is approaching towards 0, t is equal to 0, and as x approaches infinity, t is also approaching towards infinity. So the limits won't be changed, and you get t upon I raised to the power p minus 1 into, what was the next expression? It was e to the power negative ix, e to the power negative it dt, right? And what's next? You get I is equal to 1 to infinity of integral 0 to infinity of t to the power p minus 1 e to the power negative t, and it is I, right? dt upon I, since dx was equal to id, since dx is equal to dt upon I, right? So you get I raised to the power p, if you solve it, dt, right? You can bring I to the power p as, and you can bring I to the power p outside the integral, because I to the power p is a constant. So what you end up get is I is equal to 1 to infinity of I raised to the power p into integral 0 to infinity of t to the power p minus 1 e to the power negative t dt. But observe that it is the gamma at p, right? Okay, that's amazing. And you get I is equal to 1 to infinity of 1 upon e to the power p into gamma at p, and you get gamma at p into zeta at p, which implies that integral from 0 to infinity of x to the p minus 1 upon e to the power negative x dx is equal to gamma at p into zeta at p, right? Hence proved. And please do subscribe to my channel. Thanks a lot for watching it.